Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about news that has come out about Dwayne Johnson saying that he wants to play James Bond in the next Bond film. So this all came because I believe he had a meeting. It's through an article via Screen Rant, which has stated that he had a meeting with the creators of Bond about maybe him playing a villain. And in this meeting, he said to them, no. If I'm in a James Bond film, I will be playing Bond. I don't want to play a villain. So his reasoning behind this is because he has a bit of like a family history and lineage with the James Bond movies, while his grandfather back in the day played a villain in one of the Sean Connery James Bond films. So he's got a bit of lineage, a bit of family history there, and to him it's sort of personal and he would love to play Bond for that reason. But let me just come out and say, I think it would be absolutely ridiculous if Dwayne Johnson played James Bond. One, it would be a total money grab because they know he's the biggest star in the movie industry today alongside the likes of Tom Cruise. And so I think that would be the only reason they would choose him, and that would just diminish the whole reputation of Bond and the whole artistic integrity of the film. So I don't think they would go with him. I think they love that character too much to let it just go to someone for money. They always have chosen the best people for the role and have treated it very seriously. So with that in mind, I think they wouldn't go with him, and that's why they talked about him maybe playing a villain, because he suits that role for Bond. Because when you look at James Bond, the villain looks like someone who's almost indestructible, someone who's so powerful, and that is Dwayne Johnson. And when you look at James Bond, it's meant to be a guy who, while he knows how to fight and wins his fights, still struggles. He still struggles. He gets in fights and he gets beaten up, but he does not give up, and he pushes through and somehow finds an ingenious way to win, and that is James Bond's character. When you look at The Rock, he doesn't look like someone who's going to struggle, does he? He looks like someone who's going to come in, do a crazy body slam, and just hurt people and never feel an ounce of pain in the whole film. And of course, that can't happen with Bond. He's got to get hurt. He's got to show that pain. And I think James Bond requires a certain level of acting, which I'm not saying Dwayne Johnson doesn't have, but maybe has to be put on through like a trained actor, someone who loves getting into the mindset of roles, and that is Daniel Craig, and that has been all the James Bonds up until this point. So that's why I don't think they will go with The Rock, because he's not that type of character. Another reason I don't think they should go with Dwayne Johnson is because he's American, right? And to me, James Bond should be kept to a British actor, and that's because I think he's such an iconic British character, and his whole demeanor just screams England and screams a British man, that I don't think just putting on an accent, even if an American actor or an Australian actor can do an amazing accent and sound British, would be able to play the character. Because it's got to be in the movements, it's got to be in the physicality, in the demeanor of a character. He's got to be totally and utterly British, and I don't think someone else can capture that character's essence without being actually from England. So I think they're going to have to go with a British actor, and you guys have heard on my channel before, I've said I want to see Henry Golding or Henry Cavill in that role. They're the two people that come to my mind straight away of who could play Bond and carry that character, you know, like they're both similar. They can both hold that type of character. We know they'd do well in a spy film as opposed to someone like The Rock. And to me, if I saw Henry Golding playing James Bond and he's fighting someone like The Rock as the villain, now that would be totally perfect to me. That would be great. But Dwayne Johnson has said he wants to play James Bond. He doesn't want to play the villain, so I guess that rules that one out. You know, I'm not bashing Dwayne Johnson on this. I just think it's a little ridiculous if they went with him for James Bond. I think he's a totally great actor. I think he's really, really good as a businessman and entrepreneur, and I respect his career immensely. And he sets himself these lofty targets and lofty goals, which I respect as a man. And I think he has to set these goals. So I'm not angry at him for wanting to play James Bond. Who the hell wouldn't, especially if you're The Rock? Well, you want to play that role, you know, and he sets himself these high goals, high achievements that he wants to reach, and I just think this one is a little bit too, not too high for The Rock, but a little bit too left field. He just doesn't suit the role. It won't work. But anyways, I hope you guys liked that video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about whether you think he should play James Bond or whether you think he shouldn't, or what you think would be a good actor to play James Bond. I'm so interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Give me any feedback, and if you liked the video, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. I appreciate it so much. Loving all the engagement, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.